Since ancient times, historians have asked, what if we could make Raging Bolt worse? Well, Destined Rivals gave us three options in Ethan's Ho-Oh EX, Team Rocket Spidops, and Yanmega EX, all of whom accelerate energy into play. Except the already available Teal Mask Ogerpon EX accelerates energy and draws cards, whereas the newbies just do the former. So it's almost as if I'm forcing this pairing to create a YouTube video like when irrelevant YouTubers marry each other to try and rejuvenate their careers. Anyways, Ho-Oh accelerates 2 fire energy from hand to itself so long as it's on the bench. That's doubly gooder than Ogerpon minus the card draw effect. Spidops accelerates an energy from the discard pile, which is great since Raging Bolt discards a lot of energy, but it's a stage 1. And its attack isn't that powerful, dealing on average 60 to 90 damage. Finally, Yanmega accelerates 3 energy from deck when it moves into the active. The attack is also great for one-shotting grass-weak Pokemon, or you can just retreat it to the bench and use that energy as fodder for Raging Bolt. What I learned in my testing is that yes, Ogerpon is easily the best partner for Raging Bolt. The card draw is more important than you know, so much so that this was the best build I tested. But we're not playing with Shrek today. This is a no ogres allowed video, and unlike the Puss in Boots movie, we won't be better off for it. Alright, I guess, you know, we have a Pal Pad, right? That'll be fine. We have a Pal Pad. What can go wrong here? Getting rid of our starting hand. We have a Pal Pad. I mean, we did get a Professor Sada. We just, you know, maybe don't want to do anything. What's the ace back? Of course it's Prime Catcher. What else would it be? You always play Prime Catcher with Raging Bolt. You use Secret Box if you can find Secret Box. So if you have Arven or any other way of finding Secret Box, yes, you play Secret Box. But Prime Catcher is just always there. You know, you draw into it and you're just happy to see it. And never gonna let you down. If you have a solid 59 card deck, no, I think if you have a solid 56 card deck, then the Cinderace that puts itself into play, because it is 50 damage for a colorless energy, and then it accelerates 3 energy. So it's like, you know, the Meloetta EX crowd has been very quiet about the Cinderace. Remember everyone talking about Meloetta EX? Like, oh my god, this card's so busted. I can't wait to run this. Yeah, I haven't heard them talking about Cinderace, which is a better card. Right, like Meloetta, yes, you can attack turn 1 going first, but if you don't go first, then it's like, what was the point? And there's Secret Box. So like, no one's talking about Cinderace, which is better. You just start it in your opening hand, go for it, accelerate 3 energy, knock out a Badoo, and it's gooder. And Incineroaring Cinderace is enough. So the ability supersedes it. You don't need a basic. So what I was thinking is like Tatsugiri EX or Iron Thorns EX. Because Iron Thorns, you don't play any other basics, so there's a good chance you'll just, you know, start the Cinderace. And then with Tatsugiri, again, you don't play any other basics. Why not Trolley? Because you can't find the Trolley. You know, if you're playing Arven, then yeah, go for it. But let me go to Pokegym. I think you'd be under... I go to the compendium, and then I can find the... I think Talonflame was the first one to have this ability, right? Talonflambe. If your opening fan has no basics... yeah, if your hand has no basics, but you do have Talonflame, you can choose. So you can choose to put Talonflame down, or you can choose to mulligan. So you actually have a choice. So the official ruling from 2016 is that you get to choose. If there's no other basics, but you have the Cinderace, then go for it. They don't care. Of course, we have our one Artisan-capable Pokemon in our hand when there's an Artisan down. Of course. So yes, it is your choice, which I think is great. All right, let's go Pikachu. We actually have the knockout on the Morgrem, which is fantastic. I have no way of discarding more energy, but we can... So we go lightning on this guy, fire on that guy. There's the Prime Catcher. Fighting on you. We do have to get rid of 2 energy, which is totally fine. I think this is going to be a situation where I just get rid of the Pokégear, right? Because we're not going to be lacking for energy here. You know, and if they screw me over with an Iono, that's fine. Like, we're taking a prize. We're going to be totally fine. We have to get rid of 2 energy. That's fine. You know, they can't trap anybody in the active. Again, that's fine. Ooh, maybe. Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait. And never go. Oh, no, because remember, Talonflame's also a stage 2. Yeah, so it's cool that it's your choice. If you start the Cinderace, but you have no basics, and you're like, you know what, this hand kind of sucks. I'm just going to mulligan and try my luck again. And never gonna let me know. Well, I can get the exact ruling on the screen. I have that technology. I am a pro streamer. As everyone in my chat will attest, I am the greatest streamer in the world, and I can do things on the fly. Call me Jeff Goldblum, because I can do things on the fly. Talonflame ruling. And Spice Trash? Well, no, that would be terrible. That would be a terrible decision. I would not recommend that. Let me get the let's browse. Where did I put it? I put it under Talonflame ruling. Here we go. Oh god. Okay, so let's move it down here because it's still their turn. They're gonna do Grimmsnarl things. So if your opening hand has no basics, but you do have Cinderace, you can choose to put it down as your active or show you have no basics and mulligan. You decide. Which is really cool. And this is, you know what else is really cool? Using Ho-Oh to knock out a Frostlass right now. This is going to be great. All right, so there we go. And I'm about to knock out this Frostlass and heal all my dudes. And somebody's going to DM me some nudes. It's going to be amazing. I do think we saved the Prime Catcher, though. And we got the Pal Pad. This is amazing. Why are things going according to plan? This makes no sense. It would be nice if I had, like, the Bravery Charm or something. That'd be pretty PogChamp. Okay, so we go Boss's Hors d'oeuvres. Actually, do I go for the... do I even... No, I just knock out the Morgrim. Yeah. Jeez, why overcomplicate things? I just knock out the Morgrim. Jeez, Pilot. I mean, we're probably going to have to... Actually, do we even want... No, we're just going to hoe it up in here. We're going through our ho-oh phase. Yeah, PDC GL's being a real pal here. They can't do anything now. We have the Prime Catcher. If they try to get spicy, like some trash, we got another Raging Bolt. They're not going to Iono unless, you know, they have to. But this is the one reason why I was like, okay, the ho-oh build I can see. Because it heals 50 damage from each... Yeah, you love hoeing it up. Because it heals damage from each of your Pokemon, then it's like they have to focus on my ho-oh and my Latias and slowly melt them away. But every time they do, I'm healing. And they've... I think this is them giving up. This is... They're going to have to just sort of put all the damage on ho-oh. Shut off my items. What? And shiny red. Yeah, they thought they wouldn't have to code in those black and white and X and Y cards, but then they just have to copy and paste the Talonflame ruling. It's like, damn those developers. Ooh, they did Iono me. Damn those developers for bringing back old effects. It's almost like there's no excuse that we... Oh my god. Okay, remember what I said earlier about everything's going my way? Yeah, then PDCGL said, hey, here's a butt, you can suck it. Yeah, see, if they actually knew what they were doing and were able to do things ahead of time, they wouldn't be in this predicament. And now it's like, oh, you have to do it anyways. Well, well, well. The shoe was on the other foot. Yeah, just my luck. Everything's going great, and then my opponent Ionos me into 4 items after hitting me with a Badoo. But they're not building up... Oh, God. I think PDCGL is just trying to set us up for failure right now. I also don't think they understand what ho-oh does. Perfect hand. Yeah, perfect hand. They're probably going to have another Badoo, or they're going to have Night Stretcher or Super Rod. But they can do 90 damage a turn to somebody, But what they don't realize is they should have just been focusing all of their damage on the Ho-Oh, because the Ho-Oh is our win condition. So yes, this build probably has a better matchup against Grimmsnarl than the than the Tealmast Ogerpon build, simply because of Ho-Oh. But like, you don't draw cards. Oh, let me guess. You're gonna give me a handful of everything I needed this past turn? That's awesome. That's amazing. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, well, except for the fact that they're about to get a Impidimp, but I think it's a little bit too late for the Impidimp. Okay. I'm assuming they have... Ooh, maybe they prize their other Impidimp. Because they are not sucking butts on anything else. Okay, they figured it out. I think they prize their third Impidimp. Yeah, get wrecked, buddy. They learned their lesson, but I'm about to Bravery Charm Lively Stadium. Oh, that 80 damage you put on my Ho-Oh? Yeah, guess what's about to happen? Oh, this is comedy at its finest. And then they hit me with the Shaman. They're just like, yeah, Shaman, go out there to die. You know, we don't like your face, Shaman. And a bottle of rum. Oh, wow, just what do you have against Shaman? What did this little hedgehog ever do to you? Are you a Mario fan? Are you a Nintendo fanboy? Did you not do what Nintendo don't? Did you also see that Microsoft canceled like all their games? That's okay, but you just hit pass. You just hit pass. There we go. Thank you. Oh, this is great. Do you think they're gonna rage concede, or they better not rage quit? I think they're gonna rage concede. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. We'll play with our balls in a little bit. There we go. 310 on a Ho-Oh, doing 320. It feels great. And we're healing 50. So yeah, they can probably bump the Lively Stadium, but they don't play Jamming Tower. So the Lively Stadium kind of also helps them because it lets their Monkey Dory survive a little bit longer. But the fact that we've taken 4 prizes is nutso. Okay, so let's assume that they put all that damage on the Ho-Oh when they were supposed to. That would have been, what, an extra 90? So the Ho-Oh would be at 190 right now. And even with the Frostlass Pains, we'd be at... Yeah, there we go. Rage Concede. There. So the Ho-Oh build. If you're facing Grimmsnarl, maybe it has a slightly better matchup, unless, of course, you know, you realize that Tealmast Ogerpon hits Grimmsnarl for weakness. But if you don't realize that, then the Ho-Oh build is better. This is one time where I don't mind playing with my balls. Well, actually, I kind of do because we're facing Grimmsnarl. But hey, we can, if we're fast enough, we can do anything. We can do anything if we're fast enough. Though I think we have to do some things maybe we're not proud of here. All right, so let's go for a Raging Butt. I guess I go for 2 butts. Who wants to see me play with 2 butts at once? Press 1. Or I guess press 2 if you want me to play with 2 butts at once. That actually worked out okay, I guess. All right, so let's go Sada's Vitality. Hope for an energy of, or like an Earthen Vessel, because I did up the count of energy in this deck. So whereas like with the Tealmast Ogerpon, it's 633. This one, it's 544. All right, so we're knocking out a Funky Dory. Let's get, yeah, 1 of each of those. Okay, and then fighting there. Retreat. I think I just get rid of the Pokégear, go for a Tarantula. Like, I know that this is going to be not great. I know we're going to be in a bit of trouble here, but it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. Realistically, all they have to do is just focus on Frostlass. Well, they should not have given me the Monkey Dory. I think anytime you see Latias, you have to assume that they're playing a fast deck. Like, I know Dragapult can play Latias, so some evolution decks can play it just to get off to a better start. But I feel like you have to assume. And if I had access to my items, we could knock out the Badoo with a Spidops, which would be really nice. Oh, okay, that doesn't matter. I wonder if they realize that it pretty much doesn't matter who they bring up because I have Latias. It's like, I mean, I can knock out the Badoo with a Tarantula, and they've screwed me over. If we get a Grass Energy, I can beat your butt. I can't beat your butt. Well, actually, we can Spidops. There you go. Thank you. You gave me a Spidops. I appreciate you. We have a Grass Energy in the discard pile. We can Spidops. I have a Boses, so we can knock out their Morgrim, which is even more hilariouser. Their butt is getting spanked today. You know, I'm just spanking so many butts today. It's like I should get paid for this. All right, so let me go fighting, bosses, Morgrim, and then I think we put the Cycling Road into play just to try and slow them down. I'm pretty certain they're just going to have like a Spike Myth, or they're going to use the Cycling Road for them because the deck plays a bunch of energy. Hey, let's get crispy. And Mr. Leon, I feel like if you're going through a if you're mentally challenged in life right now, I feel like watching a Trust Your Pilot stream or video, or just, you know, thinking about me is a bad idea. That's probably going to make your life worse. Or it'll make you feel better by proxy because you're like, at least I'm not having to play PDCGL for money in front of strangers on the internet who are probably stroking their toes right now. So, I mean, maybe I'm providing a service. You know, my life sucks, but at least it's not as bad as Trust Your Pilots. Oh, they're having a tough time over there. See, getting rid of that Artisan really helped me stop them from finding Impidimp. Oh, could you imagine if they had Impidimp? We'd be in a real bad struggle right now. Okay, so lightning. Oh, that was weird. PDCGO just kind of froze there for a second. I think getting the energy on the field is more important right now, and yeah, I think I'll charge up. There's a pretty high percentage of a chance that this Spidops is not surviving. But if it does, I'd rather have 3 energy on it than 2. You know, this is Grimmsnarl players. They get two brig for their. I can't say that other word. Too big for their britches. This is a family-friendly channel. I can't say what the change for that would have been. But they got the petrol. Well, we're an electric household. We don't use petrol. You like that one? Yeah, see, that's pretty good. Just came up with that one on my own. All right, they have a Grimmsnarl. The Spidops is getting knocked out. We do have access to our items. So, I mean, the Spidops more than did its job. Like, it may not have feet, but it did quite the job. You know, it did, you know, its hands are very gooey after this job it just did. Oh, this is great. They'll probably put the 30 on the Tarantula just to be a butt face. But, oh, they're going for my raging butt. My butt do be raging. All right, well, obviously we have to send up this guy. That's fine. And then we go Fezandipiti. Send you up. We need 2 more energy. So Asada's Vitality is good. We can win the game. The Frostlass, they got it set up too late. The Grimmsnarl, they're just kind of done. And there's a Spidops, so we're fine. I mean, I think it makes sense to thin a Pokemon out of the deck. I think thinning a Pokemon out of the deck... Well, I mean, it's too late now. I think thinning the deck makes more sense than not thinning out the deck. All right, 3 cards. We got this. We just need a energy. Thank you. Oh, we got more than a energy. We got all the energy. All right, then that'll go there. Research, goated. And then we got the booster. Great. Now the question is, do I just put the booster on the back one and let the first one... Yeah, then we just let the first one get bodied here. And I should probably Earthen Vessel away the Spidops. All right, so we'll get rid of those 2 since we don't need them. We have a Spidops. We know we have Sada's Vitality. May as well use the Cycling Road while it's available. Oh my god, there's... Oh, this is not going to be a good Iono for us. This is going to be... If we get Iono'd, it's going to go real bad real quick. All the supporters are in our hand right now. Again, maybe I should have Earthen Vesseled something. Like one of the supporters I know I'm not going to need, because I don't need bosses. We don't need to boss around anything. And Mr. Leon, thank you for the sub. See? I told you, this stream is terrible for your mental health. If you're going through some troubles, you shouldn't be giving money to people who are as handsome as me. You know, I get all the breaks in the world. I don't need anything else. I'm like the evolved form of Fennekin. I get all the breaks in this world. Huh? Boom. Everyone is in awe. That's why they're not typing right now. They're just so overwhelmed with my amazingness. Little do they know, I have energy switches in this deck that I haven't actually used yet, so that's pretty cool. Mark, thank you, Mark. Okay, so there's a chance that they win this one because we're not exactly in... Oh, okay, they're knocking out the Spidops. That's great, thank you. Did we use our... We haven't even used our Prime Catcher. Is that... That's going to be the last prize card, isn't it? The Prime Catcher is going to be the final prize card. Hey, less to worry about, am I right, Stellar Wish? Oh my god, how many supporters did we not have this game? Chill, PDC Jill. Alright, so there's that. It's a little late. Okay, we have energy switches, which is a little late for that, but we just need the Prime Catcher and we win. Okay, so between Sada and Fezandipiti, we're drawing 6 cards. We also have Cycling Road. We're literally drawing all of the cards in the deck. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Wait, can I screw this up? Yes, we want double fighting. Double fighting. Oh, crap. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Okay, we're going to Cycling Road, and it's going to be glorious. We have a 33% chance we're going to get the Prime Catcher, okay? Guaranteed. I told you. You were worried for nothing. God, this game just claps my cheeks sometimes. All right, there we go. Easy win. I was never worried. Grim Snarl, more like I am him Snarl. Yeah. That wasn't even close. Like, as crazy as that got, you know, the fact that I had like 7 supporters get drawn in a row at the end of the game, you might say, oh, but Pilot, they didn't have a very good start. How can you count that it is a great win? Because they got overconfident. They only put down 1 Impidimp. They let their, I think this is the game where they let their Monkey Dory get knocked out. That might have been the Gardevoir game that's not in the video. But I choose to believe that I'm the greatest Raging Bolt Spidops player in the world, and you can't disprove that. I was just about to say this is pretty terrible, but we top-decked what we needed. Now the question is, how many Night Stretcher does Trust Your Pilot have in his deck? I still think we get rid of the Energy Recycler. We have another one. We go for the Yanma. And then we just have the greatest turn in the history of Pokemon cards. I mean, this is a fire deck, but hey, Yanmega is not weak to fire. Yanmega, I change the rules when I make them. Yanmega is weak to lightning, not fire. So I would assume this is Charizard. There's always a chance that it's Ho-Oh Armarouge, but it's like almost guaranteed this is Charizard. If they're just taking lists from some really handsome YouTuber called Trust Your Pilot, he talked about how Chi-Yu goes in Charizard. And believe it or not, there are people in Japan who are swapping out the Chi-Yu for the Victini. The new Victini is trash. It does 120 for 2 fire. You're like, oh, that's an obvious upgrade over Chi-Yu. 120, yeah, it's not the ceiling. You know, you can't knock out a Golden Go, but being able to do 120 at any point, that must be better. You need to have 5 bench Pokemon to attack with the Victini. You literally need 5. It says this Pokemon can't whack off unless there's 5 people watching. Oh, this is amazing. We got, oh, why? So I should have just researched and been like, oh, we'll be fine with 1 Yanmega. All right, well, I guess we knock out the Chi-Yu. This isn't quite how I drew it up, but I guess it's what we're doing. Well, we prize the Latias. Do we have 3 grass energy? We have exactly 3 grass energy. Moon Kitty, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. We have, things have gone wrong. Let's put it that way. I guess I have to put the energy on a butt. I guess I got to put... Yeah, we gotta put the... Oh, I didn't realize I had... Okay, don't worry about it. Moon Kitty's raid threw me off. I blame Moon Kitty. Okay, it's all Moon Kitty. Everyone say bad Moon Kitty. No, Kitty, that's a bad kitty. Okay, so we're gonna send it all. Actually, I can do this. We'll actually no, we should get rid of an energy to have it in there. And then we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a bad kitty. All right, so then we attach to you. Send it. I mean, I feel like if they knock out whoever has the energy on it, they're gonna win anyways. So I feel like it doesn't really matter who we put the energy to. If they just go Charizard, Counter Catcher, Defiance Band, whoever I gave the energy to, it doesn't matter. Though, I mean, to play it safe, I should have given it to this guy, but who cares? So, Charizard is weak to grass, which would have been perfect for Yanmega, but unfortunately, we're down an Energy Recycler. There is another one somewhere. But it's either 7 or 8 grass in the deck. I can't quite remember. Okay, that's step 1. Step 1, get a Pidgeot. Step 2, get a Charizard. Step 3, get a Counter Catcher. Step 4, get a Defiance Band. And you might think there's no way in heck of that happening. But they'll go research, they'll get Fezandipiti, they'll get all the cards they need, and then that'll be GG. Never mind. I take that back. They are not going to do that. Kind of seems like they're gearing up. Ooh. Wow, this kind of really worked out for us, didn't it? Originally, the list had a 3... I think it was a 3/3 Yanmega I saw in a Japanese list. But you really only ever need 1 Yanmega. Right? Because if they knock out Yanmega... That's fine, because that means they're... Well, maybe you do need 2. But I think you can get by with 1, because you get that 3 boost out of nowhere. If they target your Yanmega, you still have Sada and everything. Which way do you think they're going? I think they're going Cleffa. Yeah, they're going Cleffa. So, do I go for the Pidgeot now? Or do I just Badoo them? Because we can Badoo them for a couple turns, and that'll actually be pretty funny. All right, so do we have the Recycler? We do, which is really good. I think we just put... Do I put Baby Bolt down, or do I item lock them? This is a really tough call. Baby Bolt or item lock. Okay, so let's get rid of Squawkabilly. We know we're doing that. Let's get one of each of these. I think I knock out the Pidgeot, right? Because we can always threaten the Yanmega if we just get Energy Recycler. So I think it's going to be a case of I put Fezandipiti into play. We go Prime Catcher the Pidgeot. We have to get rid of 4 energy. That's fine, because there's 4 grass energy we can get rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know we'll have to take a single prize KO at some point, and we have activated Charizard, but I think being as aggressive as possible is probably the best. Okay, we just need that Energy Recycler and we'll be fine. And Mark, it looks like a candy wrapper. Well, no, the rare candy looks like a candy wrapper. The Energy Recycler, I don't know what it looks. It looks like a cookie or something. I can't explain why either. But yeah, the rare candy looks like a candy wrapper because, oh god, the rare candy's evolving. Well-made game, by the way. Okay, we got this. We got this. All I have to do is not lose. If we can just get a freaking energy recycler, that's game. Actually, maybe it's not. Oh, we're going to need a couple other things because we prized the Latias, so nobody has free retreat. I should have put the Mew down. I second guessed myself at the last second. Like, why would I put Mew down? That's dumb, pilot. Don't be a stupid idiot. No, because it has free retreat. Okay, well, the maximum belt means nothing. Okay. I mean, yeah, now the Fezandipiti well, now the Fezandipiti is the better choice. And the correct play is to not shuffle my deck. So don't play with my balls, don't play Pokégear. Just go up with the Fezandipiti, use Fezandipiti immediately, because if I get Energy Recycler, I have a knockout with the Yanmega. Oh, we got it. Oh, the Yanmega. Okay, so now we can do whatever the hell we want. Now we can do whatever the hell we want. Oh, Mohawk? More like you are my foe, Hawk. I don't know. Oh, this is great. So I want to use Sada's Vitality first, right? We use Sada's Vitality first. Put that there and that there. Because there's a chance we get the switch. Okay, that we didn't. There's a chance we get the switch. Well, we didn't. And then we go for Moo. Oh, they're going to be so cheesed. We attach to the active, and our deck is just going to be like Pokégear and supporters. And we keep the energy too. We're going to be able to keep potentially 3 of the energy. I mean, they're going to probably hunt the energy. But if they hunt the energy, then Yanmega probably survives, right? And I'll be able to accelerate maybe 1 more. Oh, that's beautiful. Some streams, things go terribly. Some streams, things go really, really well. This is one of those streams where things went really, really well. All right, so I think we just put the 3 on the baby bolt. Yeah. Because if you look at my board right now, the Mew's a threat. The Fezandipiti's a threat already. My Raging Bolts are threats. If they knock out this guy, yeah, if they knock out the baby bolt, they go on odd prizes, and that'll buy me an extra turn because we skipped the Briar turn. So putting the 3 energy on the baby bolt, not only does it let me retreat it, you know, we did have a switch, but, oh, that was beautiful. There are some streams, some videos where PDCGL just gives me the worst matchups, the worst draws. Today, it has been really, really successful. We've been hitting the right matchups. Do I think that Yanmega, Ho-Oh, and Spidops really make Raging Bolt better? No. Are they playable? Surprisingly, yes. And they do help in certain matchups, like the Yanmega. That one-shots Charizard and Grimmsnarl and Garchomp. Can't hate that.